We do hard work, good work, impactful work. And while this work is rewarding, it may come with challenges and, at times, symptoms of secondary traumatic stress. Secondary traumatic stress, compassion fatigue, empathic strain, burnout, vicarious or indirect trauma, and moral distress are all common occupational hazards for helping professionals working in the trauma field. Direct trauma is when you experience or witness trauma. Indirect trauma is hearing detailed stories of someone who experienced or witnessed an event directly. In our profession, this doesn't just impact those who hear the stories. Working in a victim-serving agency impacts everyone at some point, whether you're a social worker, police officer, mental health professional, or accountant. And no matter the title on your badge or name tag, the impact of secondary traumatic stress can present itself in many ways. Most symptoms of secondary traumatic stress mirror the symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder and often include a combination of cognitive, behavioral, emotional, and physical symptoms. Common examples include lowered concentration, guilt or anger, social withdrawal, rumination about work, feeling helpless, or exhaustion. And while these symptoms can be frustrating, we often don't connect them to the impact of our work. We recognize the impact working in our field can have and are actively aiming to provide programs and policies that support our workforce. There are various tools and strategies to remain healthy and compassionate in this field. As an agency committed to building resiliency, we are actively working on creating no slime zones. This means that when we share information about cases, we are mindful to limit sharing traumatic details that could impact others. Debriefing cases is an important part of our jobs. It is critical that we do that in a way that reduces trauma exposure and is helpful. Low-impact debriefing does just that. Step 1 is being self-aware. Are the stories and details you're providing necessary? Can you abbreviate anything? Step 2 is giving a fair warning. Ask your listener to prepare or brace themselves before you begin. I'd like to debrief a difficult situation with you, and the story involves traumatic content. Step 3 is asking for consent. After introducing the situation, give the listener a chance to decline. Is it okay for me to continue? Step 4 is speaking with limited disclosure. Once you have received consent, decide how much to share, starting with the least traumatic information and gradually progressing as needed. Following these steps every day can help reduce trauma exposure onto others. The Resiliency Support Therapy Program, or RST, is another resource for you. It addresses the impact of working with trauma through free individual sessions focused on building resiliency. Sessions can be in person or via telehealth and are led by designated providers with specialty training and expertise in trauma. Additional tools that may help navigate the impact of secondary traumatic stress are things you can incorporate into your everyday routine. Establishing a routine before or after work can help separate your work and home life. Relaxation techniques, journaling, or focusing on healthy eating, physical activity, and regular sleep patterns can help you cope and build resiliency. The expectation that we can be immersed in suffering and loss daily and not be touched by it is as unrealistic as expecting to be able to walk through water without getting wet. This work is hard, and we're here to support you. We are committed to investing in you as you invest your talents into our organization and the people we serve. While being impacted by the work may be inevitable in our field, policies and procedures are put in place to support you throughout this rewarding journey. Ask your leadership or supervisor about the different resources available to help with secondary traumatic stress. We are here for you and support you in this work. Our doors are open. Learn more at buildingresiliency.org.